back to part 2, but we finna continue right where we left off at, cause we don't want to lose the train of thought. Go ahead on, brother, new type of money.
But yeah, man, and the thoughts of God. Isaiah talk about his thoughts are not our thoughts, the ways are not our ways. So it's like the way we be thinking, like God is the total opposite. Like if I remember as a child, like if I did something and you know, I'm about to get in trouble for it. It's like I didn't want my parents to find out. I know what I did, but like I'm kind of like, oh shoot, I ain't even I know I did this at such and such house, but shoot, no word gonna be no got back to my mom and then what I did. So now I'm trying to take the long route home, and I don't want to what they call it face the music or that. But it's like I've been. I guess this is the gospel. I don't know if not. I may be wrong, but it's like we serve a God that's doesn't want us to run away. And it's just so messed up because nowadays in these four walls in which we call the modern day church, it makes people feel like they have to fake their spiritual or Christian success. Because I mean, my mom sent me a sermon that I preached in 2016, and it was still relevant. And I was talking about some of the same things that I still, talk about today. And is I was talking about then on there about just what if preachers, everybody just came in and just be real about what actually we're at. Like how much greater of an impact would the ministry be?
It would be very, because now it brings it down to where it's not out of reach.
Right.
See, we make salvation and Christianity and doing the right thing seem so far out of reach.
We make it seem even the way that the doctrine is taught and was perverted, it's like an exclusive club or something. You know what I mean? It's not inclusive because we're gonna exclude you because now, brother Jordan, you said you were saved, but shoot, you got your little girlfriend now. So. I mean, I ain't trying to judge, but I'm pretty sure y'all doing something.
Yeah.
Why people do that?
Because that's what they would be doing. See, they know that their flesh is weak.
Right.
So now, if I'm the pastor or I'm the deacon or I'm the first lady, if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't be able to hold out. So you can't hold out. We put prejudgment on people based off who we used to be.
You know, I've heard a lot of people say you're right. I've heard a lot of people say they wouldn't go to a facility or organization where the pastor is single. You know what I mean? And it's just like I get it, but then I don't get it. You know what I mean?
What if that man's wife died?
You feel what I'm saying?
Single, right? Till he can get somebody else.
Right.
He ain't gonna just she died tomorrow, I'm married again.
Right.
So I guess if something happened to her, he got to stop preaching until he found another wife.
Right.
But he can't date her now because you don't supposed to be seen out with another woman. You can't open the door for her. You can't hold her hand because you don't supposed to touch a woman. You know what I'm saying? You can't touch. It's better if we not touch, right? And you see what I'm saying? So how do we?
I just something. It's like a light bulb moment just happened with everything that's happening in the world, the systems of the world crashing, like literally crashing. If y'all don't know that, that's what's going on. All the systems of the world are crashing, and this stuff is happening right before our eyes, and we really have to really go within to seek God and to see how to maneuver in this world that we in, because this world will have you, it'll just have you feeling so weird. I'm gonna speak for me. I don't like this new word. I
Think
feel
about it. If you
weird.
go back and listen at some of the sermons that was preached in the Bible, they're nothing compared to what the sermons are preached today.
Yeah.
Jesus would teach in the synagogues and in the mountains, and it make people think and judge themselves.
Right.
We preach now trying to judge people
And condemn people.
and condemn people and guilt trip people to Christ. And it was never meant for us to, well, if this here, you know you're going to hell. If you're doing this, you know you ain't right. Who? I've never heard Christ teach a sermon like that. When the woman that was caught in the very act of adultery,
I spoke on that in the sermon.
what did Jesus say? He said nothing to the woman.
I would say first he didn't say nothing. He bent down and went to write a little something in the sin. Then he turned around and say, hey, he without sin.
Catch the first time.
Catch the first. You tapped in now.
But then when he turned around and told her, what he told that lady to go do?
Go and sin no more.
He didn't say, nah, you know you're wrong for doing this right here. And we're going to pray you back this strength. And we're going to, no, go and sin no more. Your sins have been forgiven. If you forgot about it, me too. I'm not going to judge you off what you did yesterday. I'm judging you from right now and thus far. And not even judging. I'm not even holding. You know what I'm saying?
Because it says she was called an apple. I got to go back and read that. Was she a hoe?
Was she what?
He said, was she a hoe? A whore.
She had a bunch of men.
Because my thing is, I'm just thinking logically. I'm thinking practically. I'm thinking if that was the case, in Christ telling, if this was her profession.
But even if it wasn't, one thing that made the main person that was accusing her and brought her before for them to stone her was, and I'm just talking, but I think was one of the people that she had to entertain them with.
Definitely. I definitely feel
that's
like
how he called her. How you called her?
Right.
You either had to be going over there for your turn, or you had to be going over there for something. What you going for?
Yeah.
It says she had the repetition of doing that.
Right.
Going with men.
Right.
So if you a man, what you going over there for? Unless you going, but anyway. You know, I could be. But anyway, it's ironic how we so quick to judge people off of the things that we tangled up in or the things that we were tangled up in. And I tell people all the time, I be on the phone sometimes with my mama, and she be this, that, and this, and that. And I say, well, just because you graduate from the school, don't burn it down.
Right.
Let somebody else graduate from the same school. Because that was you years ago.
Right.
That's you without God's glory.
Right.
That's you without your light coming on.
Right.
So give them time for their light to come on.
Yeah.
But what brought you to Christ? It wasn't everybody judging you and talking crazy about you. It's what people praying for you. It was people showing you love even in the midst of your mess. They still showed you love.
Right. Right.
By my love and kindness have I drawn. It ain't said by me judging you and condemning you.
So boom, check this out. Cause I had and I lost the light bulb moment. Now you good. Cause I lost it. But this time, this moment, this season, what we're in right now, where it looks like it's probably the darkest and one of the ugliest most times, every people getting exposed. But this is the greatest time because I feel like it's at this point where the church can finally be successful. You want to know why?
Why?
Well, the scripture said when we fall, we're supposed to confess our faults to each other, right? Well, we know we can't do that. We can, but we know it's very hard to do that, especially, I ain't gonna say that, but it's hard to do that, without people judging you for what you did. So it's like, I feel like right now what's going on, God is allowing the exposure to happen. So yeah, boom, it's out there. Let's talk about it now. Since you wouldn't confess it, now I'm gonna expose you. Cause you just been letting it linger and linger. And what you ain't realizing, brother or sister, if you would have just told somebody, yeah, you probably would have lost fans, members, this or that and the third. But think about the people that you would have helped and been impacted.
Think about the people.
By you speaking your truth. And that's why I say that's why I'm talked about a lot. I get whatever. A lot of Christians think I'm lukewarm. However, whatever. One thing about it, the message hasn't changed. And it's the raw, unadulterated, straight drop gospel of the fact that it's in you. Yep. That's my message, bro. That may not be the right message, but that's the message God gave me. So that's my success. It's in you. It's in you. That success that you looking for, it's in you. Well, that love that you looking for, it's in you. In you. That peace you looking for, it's in you. That money you looking for, it's in you. The idea is in you. It's in you. It's in you.
But what did he tell us?
What that?
About life. He said, I have given you everything. I say this a lot. That pertains to life and godliness.
Yeah.
But guess what? If he giving it to us, that don't mean we have to use it. It just means we have it, right? And that's the problem. A lot of us have chosen not to use what he's given us. If I give you some money right now, that money don't do you no good till you decide to spend it and use it. If I gave you, think about all the things that you need. If I give it to you, but you never decide to use it, then what good is it for you to have it?
Right.
But then, if I give it to you, and you turn back around and give it to somebody else, it still ain't gonna profit nothing.
Right.
And that's what we do. God has given us everything we need, but the devil's trying to tell us we ain't got it. So,
and it's
same thing.
Tell us it's outside of you.
Yeah, you ain't got it.
Yeah, you
look at what he did from the beginning, Adam and Eve. God told them, "Oh, this is yours." He gave them everything they needed for life and God. But he said, "This one thing here you can't mess with." And that one thing we can't mess with is being disobedient. Same thing in the tree.
Yeah.
The garden.
Same thing.
Don't be disobedient. Don't mess with it.
Right.
Not that it'll do something to you, but I'm gonna see if you're gonna.
Because I said.
I'm gonna see if you trust what I said. I said don't touch that. Everything else you can have, don't touch that one thing. But the one thing they want was the one thing you said don't touch.
Right.
That's how we is today.
That's the human imagination. Yeah. Want what we can't have.
They was his God. He had already said he created us in the images and whatever. The devil know that. He seen when he created. Okay, but guess what? We turn around and let the devil come in and say, you know what? Ain't nothing gonna happen if you eat that. And he was telling the truth.
And see, we do the same thing. I ain't gonna say the devil. It is the devil, but principalities and powers that be that's here before we even. You come into this earth not knowing nothing. You don't know nothing. Your belief system, everything came from what somebody else has told you.
Taught and said and displayed.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like with I kind of lost my train of thought a little bit. Get back to me, God. But it's like when you do actually start doing the work on you to make the steps to advance the kingdom, and I don't think this talked about enough. Maybe that's why people don't do the work. It's not sweet as people think it is. Like it's not just unicorns and ice creams and like because now you're not only facing you, but you're facing entities that some of your ancestors never came to, never conquered, none of this. So you go within and you start working on this stuff, and people, I don't know. I just really dislike the fact how people, I'm gonna say, focus on everything outside of themselves other than themselves. Like that's like I said, you gonna hear me say that every time on here. That's my whole message. Look inward, go within. Start out with plug in, tap in. Look, man, this stuff out here, this is not. What I'm saying is, look how they got us tricked. God already placed your purpose inside of you before you even got here. You get in your mama, you come out your mama, and then you get involved in their systems, which you can't escape, their system of education. You got to go there. You go in there, what was my generation told, go to school, graduate, go to college so you can get a good job. So you're telling me that I was here. Now I'm in school, 8th grade. I realized well, I knew before then I had a writing ability because I could tell stories. I won uh like story contests in like 2nd grade and stuff like that. So around about 8th grade, I realized I got a writing ability. I can rap. So I'm in school writing rhymes and doing stuff creative, and I'm creative, and there's nothing in this school, no type of class, no type of teachers, nothing that can pour into the purpose and the gift that needs to be activated in me. And you trick my mind to tell me to go, I'm in your system, getting your education. Then you tell me to further my education. For the advancements of my education, I need to stay in your system and then get a job, which is still in your system. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people, right? And I'm not knocking jobs at all, but I'm just crazy enough to believe that. I'm not saying everybody's an entrepreneur and nothing like that, but I just believe God has gifted every individual. I'm gonna say with multiple things in which I just don't think you really gotta work for nobody if you don't want to. Now I know some jobs, you know what I mean, that's actually in people purpose. Like some people like older people like this, so they, get in the nursing field or like kids, so they do go to school. So I get that, but I'm saying like we just we're so tricked by external voices, external visuals, and this stuff play on us all day, every day. That's how the United States set up. From the time you wake up on your phone, it's visuals put in your brain on what it wants you to think, what it wants you to believe, how it wants you to move. Hey, get this job. Hey, get this burger. Hey, get this movie. Hey, watch this app. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. Hey, do that. And I kind of been on the point where I just want to encourage the whole world. I may die doing it to escape their matrix, escape their system, and tap into this kingdom that's inside of you and figure out God's system. Because everything you need is in the kingdom. Everything you need is in God's system. Everything you need is in you. It's in the temple. It's there. You just gotta seek. You just gotta knock. You just gotta ask. But if the world done showed me what success is supposed to look like, I'm not finna ask God. Because I think this is what success is supposed to look
Well, I've already been shown what y'all say success is.
Right.
So I ain't gotta ask.
Right. You know what I mean?
You say you have not because you asked not. Well, I already have, I think. So why would I ask?
The downer part of actually, and I can truly say this, when you're actually doing what God wants you to be doing, and sometimes when you are at your peak of being successful in God's kingdom, to the world, you may be controversial, you may be crazy, different, weird, lame, outcast, green, and all of that. But I want you to know it's okay. It's okay because, hey, this green guy, like I say, for the past 5 years of doing it God's way and not my plan and my way, I haven't worked for anybody, but God has allowed me to work with people for the last 5 years. So it's a difference when you're operating off God's program and seeing things from God lens and God view than the world view. brother Jordan stomach over there, grab him. I
Talking trash,
think he
man.
want to do an interview.
It's talking a little trash.
His stomach trying to be successful.
Yeah, he trying to tell me, boy, you
So
better
he
get
needs
some.
good success. But yeah, I hope I ain't really over talk, man. I'm so passionate about this stuff, man, because like I don't been that person where everybody else looked at me crazy, and sometimes I was broke doing what God was telling me to do. Like, God, I'm broke. I'm doing what you're telling me to do. People thinking I'm crazy. I'm saying what you want me to say. And God was saying, that's all that matters. The obedience.
Well, like I was telling somebody the other day, I've had more dots and downers in the past 3-4 years than I had my whole life, man, that I can remember.
Right.
But I'm happy. I feel free.
Mm.
I got peace.
Yeah.
I can go to sleep. I ain't got to take no pills to go to sleep. I ain't got to take no
Wake
pills
up.
to wake me up. I am at peace. I'm happy. I'm successful at being happy.
Mm.
Because the simple fact of the matter, I'm not looking at what's around me. The things around me don't bring me joy, peace, happiness. But it's the thing within me. That's that love, man.
Brother Jordan, you just said something so powerful. And the day that you called me today, you asked me was I good, and I ain't even gonna like today's. Today's been a weird day. I don't know why. It's like spiritually, you know what I mean? It's like it's just been kind of awkward. Nothing bad has happened. I ain't talked to too many people today, but just spiritually, it just kind of made me feel like I need to be more sensitive to the spirit than just going throughout the day. Just okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I may do this. I may like nah. Just being more. It's just on me kind of today. Like you got to be more strategic. You got to be more strategic. You got to be more intentional. You have to. I'm getting it now. Put on that mindset where I am and I will advance the kingdom at all costs. At all costs. Even if that's death, if that's what I've been experiencing the whole time, rejection, uh, criticism, um, being misunderstood. It's just all that comes with it. But the the peace, like you say, is so rewarding. Cause sometimes I be so lonely, and I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when I'm lonely, I try to call me up a little, yeah, a little something. And it be funny, cause most of the time in them time, God don't. I'm gonna say God. He don't never allow nothing to come through. Folks ain't responding, and it put me in mind like, why you trying to hit somebody up anyway? You're trying to escape the reality. You're trying to not come to yourself. Deal with the facts. You know what I mean? And honestly, I'm kind of getting it too. I've been got it, but I think that's every man and woman thing. Like ultimately and in totality, if you never come to yourself, if you never get on that journey of seeking the kingdom, of putting on the mind of Christ, becoming the creation that Christ created you to be, you're never gonna be fulfilled.
You're not. You're gonna always wake up feeling like something's missing.
Missing.
Something ain't right.
Because you you're gonna continue to try to chase it externally.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe if I just get more money, maybe I'm married. Maybe I just divorce her and get her. Maybe if I get that type of car, I'd be happy. If I and it's
Well, it goes back to what we said a few times as well. Until we learn how to love ourselves,
mm-hmm.
until we learn how to tell ourselves the truth,
Come on,
then how can we love somebody else and
mm-hmm.
tell them the truth?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm always letting myself down, I don't care about letting you down because I'm the closest person to me.
Mm.
I'm the closest person to myself.
Mm.
So if I can lie to myself over and over again, what make you think I don't lie to you?
Mm. Mm.
If I wake up and say, hey, I'm gonna do this today, and then I don't do it, and I'm like, well, I'm fine with it. What make if I tell you I'm gonna do something and I don't do it for you, I don't care either. I ain't even do what I told myself I'm gonna do. Well, I'm concerned about what I told you we were gonna do. And that's a lot of time we subconsciously, I ain't gonna say we do that a lot of time without even knowing we're doing that.
Right.
You know how you'll tell somebody, I'll call you back in a few minutes. And we forget, but then when we do think about it, we're like, oh, he know I'll come tomorrow. But
yeah,
that's not good because
yeah.
we build up a reputation to put off today what we could have. I mean, put off to tomorrow what we could have done today.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't do that, not only with ourselves, but with other people as well. Because our word should be our bond. Not just to ourselves, but to everybody else too.
What was that you the other day? We was talking about the at night no man can work. I think that was you. Oh, that one.
I don't know. I talk a lot about. I talk a lot to everybody. So I don't know.
But it was just hit me. I think just kind of throw that in there toward the end. It say like work wise day because at night like no man can work. So it's like you have to build that relationship and seek to advance the kingdom and those inner things and get those things right so that you can actually work wise day. Because I was just thinking like it say at night no man can work. We know people work at night. People got night jobs. But I don't look at it like that. I look at it like at night, once these are closed, there's no light. Like how the words say, like the whole body is an eye, the whole body is a light. You know what I mean? When your eyes close, you can't do no physical work. You know what I mean?
Whether it's the final eyes closing or whether it just goes.
yeah. So why you up? Why your eyes open during that day? Why your brain thinking? Do the work. Seek God. Find out. What's your purpose? And a lot of times, so I have people tell me all the time, money, you always to my purpose. I don't know my purpose. A lot of times, your purpose is sometimes directly connected to your passion. You know what I mean?
Most of the time,
like what you're passionate about. Like me, I'm passionate about honestly like helping people, and like that's something I always did, whether I had it to do or not. So once I started collaborating with the God in me, that's when I realized like, oh shoot, okay, my purpose, okay, I can rap, but the rap I was doing, the content and the message was leading people to do the wrong thing. You know what I mean? So if I can submit my gift to God and rap, people say rap for God. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not rapping for God. But I'm God is honestly rapping through me for his people. You know what I mean? To advance it. So when I realized that, like, dang, like it ain't even just rap, it's my voice, period. That's my purpose. To open my big old mouth. You know what I mean? And it's time now. Now I gotta close this big old mouth. But yeah, man.
But it's your creative way of reaching God's people.
Right.
It's your gift.
My big old mouth. The gift and a curse, Lord.
But like I say, sometimes just because he give it to us don't mean. Sometimes we use it, but we use it the wrong way.
Right.
Or we put it in the wrong place. But here we are again, part 2. Time still done ran out. There's never enough time. There's never enough time in the day. There's never enough time we trying to do a podcast.
Never the right time. Singing.
As we always say, let's keep God first. If you can like this podcast, share this podcast, leave us comments. Please leave questions. If you want to be a guest on the show.
Questions, concerns.
Yeah, we trying to get this thing on a major platform, so help us out. Remember, as the TV say behind us, keep God first, God is source. We out.